All right, so we're back for the second half. We're going to do Numbers, the 32nd chapter. First in Hebrew, then in English.
Yeah, I mate.
Let's get his phone back.
Yeah, this one is a little shorter. All right, so this is Numbers 32 and 1. Starts off with Wama
Lifestyle.
lifestyle.
He says lifestyle.
Oh. So Wama Rab Haya Labunya Salak Labunyam Roban Wa Labunyam God Itazawam Ma'ad Wayara'awa Ath Aratiza Ya Izar Wa Ath Aratiza Gala'id Wahana Hama Kuwum Makwana. Verse 2. Waya Ba'awa Bunyam God Wa Bunyam Roban Waya Amarwa Ol Mashar Wa Ol Ala Izar Hakahan Wa Ol Nashayaya Ha'aida La Amar. Verse 3. Itarwath Wada Yabun Waya Izar Wana Mara Waka Shabwan Wa Ala Ilah Wa Ala Ilha. I think that's what that is. What is this verse? This is verse 3. No. Yeah, this is that someone's name. Wa Ala Ilah Washa Bum Wanabwa Waba'ain. Verse 4. Ha'aratiza Asherah Haka Yahweh Lapanya Aidath Yasha'ala Aratiza Makwana Hawa'a Wala'ai Badyaka Makwana. Verse 5. Waya Amarwa Matazanawa Khan Ba'ayanyaka Yathun Ath Ha'aratiza Haza'ath La'ai Badyaka La'a Chaza Ol Tha'ai Barnawa Ath Haza Radun. Verse 6. Waya Amar Mashal Labunyam God Waba Salak Wala Bunyam Roban Ha'akyakam Yabawa Salak Yaba Awa Lama Lakma. What is this? Yeah, Lama Lakma. What is this? 6. Yeah. Wa Atham Tha Shabwa Pa. Verse 7. Walama Thana Arwan Athla Bunyam Yasha'ala Ma'aibar O Ha'aratiza Ashra Nathan Laham Yahweh. Verse 8. Ka Aishwa Abathyakam Basha Lakya Atham Makwadam Bara'ain Lara Awath Ath Ha'aratiza. Verse 9. Waya Ailwa Aid Nakol Asha Kawol Waya Ra'awa Ath Ha'aratiza Waya Na Yawa Ath La Bunya Yasha'ala Labalathya Ba'a O Ha'aratiza Asherah Nathan Laham Yahweh. Verse 10. Wayakar Ap Yahweh Bayawum Hahawa'a Wayashabai La'amar. Verse 11. Yara Awa Ha'a Nashim Ha'al Yum Mama Tazarium Mabun Aishara Yum Shana Washa Wama Ilah Ath Ha'adama Ashara Nashabaith Salak Nashabaithaya La'aba Raham La Laya Tazakak Kak Wala Ya Aikwab Kaya La'a Malawa Akaria. Verse 12. Balathia ko Salakala Bun Yapa Na Hakwa Nazia Waya Shawai Bun Nawan Kaya Malawa. Say again.
Yeah, Howard. What is
I don't have a ha. It don't have a ha. It says why ya Shawai.
Why ya Howard?
Yeah, it don't say Yahawashai. It says why ya Shawai.
Why ya Joshua.
I know that. I'm telling you what's written.
But it's been, yeah.
I know. Hold on 1 second. Why is this? No. Why? Oh, goodness. A second. So there's two ways. It's Yahweh Shai or Yahweh Shawai. Yahweh Shawai. And that's on, I know, but in yeah, it shows two different ways of saying it. Yeah, Yahweh Shawai and Yahweh Shua. Yahweh Shu.
So that's what they have Yahweh Shawai.
No, I just said they don't have a ha.
Oh. None.
Kun bun no one kunt kaya lawa akaria Yahawasha Yahweh. Verse 13. Wayakar up Yahweh Bayasha Allah Waya Na'im Bama Dabar Ara Bayam Shana Aid Thumb Ko Had a War Ha'ai Sham Harai Ba'ayanya Yahweh. Verse 14. Wahana Quamthum Thakath Abatikam Tharabwath Nashim Katayim Lasapa Wath Iwad Isle Karawan Ap Yahweh O Yasha'ala. 15. Kaya Tasha Wabun Karyawa Wayasap Iwad Lahana Yakwa Bamadabar Washikathum Lakol Ha'aim Hazar. Verse 16. Wayagashwa Olyawa Waya Marwa Gadarath Tazaan Naba Na Lama Quanawa Pa Wa Aryam La Tapnawa. Verse 17. Wa Naknawa Nakala Taza Kashayam Lapanya Bunyam Yasha'ala Aid Ashara Habaya out Habaya num o makwa wumma waya shab top nawa ba'aria ama tazar mapunya yashabya ha'arataza. Verse 18. La'a nasha wab o bathyanawa aid hathana ko bunyam yasha Allah ayash naka lathwa. Verse 19. Kaya la'a nada ko athum ma'ai bar layara dun wahala o kaya ba'a naka lathnawa all yanawa ma'ai bar haya Rodun Mazara Ka, verse 20. Waya Amar O Yaham Masha the Aishwan Ath Hada Bar Hazar the Kol Tazawa Lapanya Yahawa Lama Lakma, verse 21. Wa Bar Lakam Ko Kalak Salak Kalataza Ath Hayaradun Lapanya Yahweh Aid Hawa Yashwa Ath Yabua Mapanyua, verse 22. Wanaka Bashar Ha'arataza Lapanya Yahweh wa Kar where was I at? 22. What word? My Yahweh Wama Ra'asha Salak Wama Yasha Allah. No, Wama Yasha Allah Wahaya Tha Ha'arataza Haza'ath Lakam La'akaza Lapanya Yahweh, verse 23. Wa'am La'at Aish one Kun Hana Katatham La Yahweh Wa Aidwa Kata Athkam Asherah Thama Tazah Athkam, verse 24. Banwa Lakam Aryam La Tapkam Wagada Rath La Taza Nakam Waha Ya Tazah Salak Wahaya Tazah Mapyakam the Aishwa, verse 25. Waya Amar Bunyam God Wabunyam Roban all Masha La Amar Ibadyaka Aishwa Ka'ashara Idunya Mataza Walk, verse 26. Tapnawa Nashanawa Makwanawa Wako Baha Mathnawa Yahayawa Sham Ba'arya Hagala Ai, verse 27. Wa Ibadyaka Ya Barwa Ko Kalataza Tazaba La Punya Yahawa Lama Lakma Salak Lama Lakma Ka'ashara Adunywa Salak Adunya Dabar 28. Waya Tazawa Laham Masha Ath Ala Aizar Hakahan Wa Ath Yahweh Shai. See, that one has a ha in it. Yahweh Shai Bun no one Wa'ath Ra'asha Abba Wath Ama Towath Labanyan Yasha Allah, verse 29. So Waya Amar Masha Alham Ya'ai Rabwa Salat Ya'ai Barwa Bunyam God Wa Bunyam Roban Afkam Ath Hayara Dun Ko Kalataza Lama Lakma Lapunya Yahweh Wana Kabashar Ha'arataza La Punyakam Wana Fatham Laham Ath Arataza Hagala Aid La Kazar. Verse 30. Wa la'a ya'ai barwa kalot tazayam afkam wana kazwa bathkakam ba'arataza kana ain. Verse 31. Wa ya'ainwa bunyam God wa bunyam roban la amar Ath Asherah, Debar Yahweh Al Ibadjaka Bun Salakan Na Aishar, verse 32. Naknawa Na Aibar Kala Tazayam Lapunya Yahweh Arataza Kana'ain Wa Afnawa Akazath Naka Lafnawa Ma'aibar Layara Dun, 33. Wayathan Laham Mashal Labunyam God Wa Bunyam Wala Bunyam Roban Wala Katazaya Shabbat Manashah Bun Yawa Sap Ath Mamalakath Saya Khan Malak Maria Wa'ath Mamalakath I war Salak I Wag Malak Haba Shun Ha'arataza La'ayarha Baga Balath Arya Ha'arataza Saba Yab, verse 34. Waya Bunwa Bunyam God Ath Daya Bun Wa'ath Aita Broth Wa'ath Ara Ir, verse 35. Wa'ath Aita Rath Shawa Pun Wa'ath Ya'ai Zar Wayaga Baha, verse 36. Wa'ath Bayath Nama Ra Wa'ath Bayath Harun Arya Maba Tazar Wagada Rath Taza'an, verse 37. Wabunyam Roban Bunwa Ath Kashabwan Wa'ath I Allah I La Wa'ath Quara Yathim, 38. Wa'ath Bunwa Wa'ath Ba'il Ma'aiwan Mawa Sabbath Shum Wa'ath Shabama Waya Korawa Bashamath Ath Shamawath Ha'arim Asherah Bunwa, verse 39. Wayalakwa Bunyam Makayar Bun Mama Mana Shah Gala Da Waya Salak Wayalakda Wayawa Rosh Ath Ha'amaria Asherah Baha, verse 40. Wayathan Masha Ath Haga La'aid Lama Kayar Bun Mana Shah Wayabash Baha, 41. Waya Yar Bun Mana Shah Halak Wayala Kad Ath Kawasyaham Wayakura Athan Kawath Yar, verse 42. Wanabak Halak Wayala Kad Ath Kwanath Wa'ath Ba-Nathyaha Wayakura La Nabak Ba-Shamwa. All right, so that's Hebrew. Now we'll transition to the English. All right, so Numbers 32 and 1. It says, now the children of Rehoboam and the children of Gad had a very great multitude of cattle. I'm sorry, Reuben. What did I say?
Reuben.
Isn't that Reuben? Isn't that Reuben? Rehoboam?
Reuben. It might be right, but I said.
Wait, I might be right? You the Hebrew?
No. I say if we go back to the Hebrew because I know you said it.
Yeah.
Hebrew.
Yeah.
Right. So you still have the Hebrew.
Yeah. So I'm looking at it like, wait, that ain't Rehoboam. So now the children of Reuben and the children of Gad had a very great multitude of cattle. And when they saw the land of Jazer and the land of Gilead, that behold, the place was a place for cattle. The children of Gad and the children of Reuben came and spake unto Moses and to Eleazar the priest and unto the princes of the congregation. Right? So when it says princes of the congregation, these are just leaders. the leaders or the heads of the congregation, right? It says, saying, Atarath and Dibon and Jazar and Nimrah and Shebon and Elah and Shebon and Nebo and Beon, even the country which the Lord smote before the congregation of Israel is a land for cattle, and thy servants have cattle, right? Wherefore said they, if we have found grace in thy sight, let this land be given unto thy servants for a possession, and bring us not over Jordan. So as they're now making that migration over into Israel, right? They now come upon the western portion, the eastern portions of what we now know to be Israel. And they're saying this area is a land for much cattle. We got a lot of cattle. So let us occupy this land, because it'll be a good land for us to rest our cattle here. Don't take us over Jordan, meaning to go and settle over there. Let us settle here, right? So again, this is Gad, this is Reuben, and then as you see later on, it's going to also come into Manasseh, right? That's why when I was reading, I read Manasseh. Huh? Right. These are the tribes, these are a portion of the 12 tribes of Israel. And they're seeing a certain land. If I could, I don't know if I can pull this up so you can see it. See if I have a thing here for the map. Can you get it on there? That's what I'm trying to do. Let me see if I can get the map. 1 second here. Bear with me to those that's on the live stream. Let me see if I can pull this up. Thought I had one already. All right. I think I got it. I don't know if I remember how to. It's up on the. Might turn that on. Give me that cable. Yeah, turn that thing on the TV itself. Yeah.
The TV on?
Mm-hmm. It's not plugged in? No, it should be plugged in the wall. You just need to hit the button on the top. On the top, right. Should be a power button up there. All right, well, he's trying to set that up. I'll continue on, right? So this is the beginning stages of when the lots. Yeah, I need that. When the lands of when the lot of Israel, the allotment was given to each tribe, how they got portions of their tribes or their land within Israel as time went on. We're seeing the beginning stages. So these three tribes, well, these two tribes right now are saying, as we're migrating and we're conquering and we're taking out some of these nations, right, this look good for us. We got a lot of cattle. Let's just rest here, right? It says, verse 6, and Moses said unto the children of Gad and to the children of Reuben, shall your brethren go to war, and ye shall sit here, right? Meaning, if you're going to stay here, is that you expecting that y'all not going to go over to go fight the wars against the other Hamites that's left out there, and y'all going to stay here. That's going to be messed up, right? So here, when you look at this, so here is the land that they're speaking about. Let's see if I can get this on also on the live stream so that others can see it too. Bear with me 1 second. I haven't done this in a minute. All right. All right, I see how I got to do this. So let me come over here. Copy this. Come back here. Just put that here. All right. So those on the on the live stream, you should be able to see my desktop, right? So in here, could have chosen a better map, but in this area, for those in the live stream, where my mouse pointer is, that's where the area of Jazer is, and then up in here is where Gilead is, right? So this is Reuben and this is Gad. We haven't gotten to Manasseh, but you're seeing how they're making their transgression across the Jordan River, right? Here's the Jordan River, and they're going to make their trek across. So for those here in the school, right in here is where they mentioned Jazer, right in this area here, right? That Reuben is talking about. Then up in here is Gilead. That's where Gad is looking to occupy. So they're saying this area right here is good for much cattle. Let us stay there. And let us not pass over the Jordan River, which is right here. We're going to stay right where we're at, right? So that's what Moses is saying. Well, are y'all going to be like what your ancestors, your fathers did before, and not wanting to go and go to war with your brother? Y'all going to stay here and not fight, right? So this is the discussion now that these two tribes are having with Moses, right? So I'm going to read verse 6 again. And Moses said unto the children of Gad and to the children of Reuben, shall your brethren go to war, and shall ye sit here? And wherefore discourage ye the heart of the children of Israel from going over into the land which the Lord have given them? So if you stay here, mostly everybody else ain't going. A lot of people ain't going to want to travel over Jordan. Right. They're going to want to stay right here too. So you're going to discourage them. It says, verse 8, thus did your fathers when I sent them from Kadesh Barnea to see the land, right? This is the Most High said the land, they didn't want to leave, right? They chose not to go according to the Most High's word and go over to the land, but chose to come up with a report and just stay in the area that they was at. They weren't supposed to. They were supposed to go where the Most High told them to go. It says, verse 9, for when they went up unto the valley of Eshcol and saw the land, they discouraged the heart of the children of Israel, that they should not go into the land which the Lord had given them. And the Lord's anger was kindled the same time, and he swears, saying, right? So now this is not the first time it's happened when Israel was given instructions or orders a certain way, and for fear of the land or for fear of the people, they discouraged everybody else from wanting to go. Right. So this is the same thing. It's like, look, we still now have to go across Jordan to go conquer the rest of the Hamites that's over there. You saying you don't want to go is going to discourage everybody else from going. The same way they did back some years ago.
It looks like it's a part of us getting distracted by the destination without winning.
Right.
Find something that's attractive, we get caught up, and then we lose the ultimate goal that the Most High tell us, here's where I'm sending.
Right. So verse 10, and that Lord's anger was kindled the same time, and he swears, saying, Surely, we're at verse 11. Surely none of the men that came up out of Egypt from 20 years old and upward shall see the land which I swear unto Abraham, unto Isaac, and unto Jacob, because they have not wholly followed me, save Caleb, the son of Jephunneh, the Kenizzite, and Joshua, the son of Nun, for they have wholly followed the Lord. Meaning with all their heart, they kept the Most High's word and follow his instructions. So now you can jump to Numbers 13. Numbers 13. So this is what the Most High was describing that we just read in the 8th to the 9th verse. Numbers 13, I'm gonna start at 16. 13 and 16. So it says, these are the names of the men which Moses sent to spy out the land, and Moses called Hoshea, the son of Nun, Joshua. And Moses sent them to spy out the land of Canaan, and said unto them, get you up in this way southward, and go up into the mountain, and see the land what it is, and the people that dwell up therein, whether they be strong or weak, few or many, and what the land is that they dwell in, whether it be good or bad, and what cities they be that they dwell in, whether in tents or in strongholds, and what the land is, whether it be fat or lean, whether they be wood therein or not, and be ye of good courage, and bring of the fruit of the land. Now the time was the time of the first ripe grapes. So they went up and searched the land from the wilderness of Zin unto Rehob, as men come to Hamath. And they ascended by the south and came unto Hebron, where Ahiman and Shisha and Talmah, the children of Anak, were. Now Hebron was built 7 years before Zoan in Egypt. So now they're seeing the children of Anak, right? And if you know the Anakims, when we start talking about great men like the tall giants, these were those men. The Anakims were what people call giants, where myth says that angels slept with children of men and made these giants. No, they were just like regular men that came from Noah, Shem, and Japheth, but they were of Ham's lineage, but they were tall men. Right. 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 So the children of Anak, right? It says, and they came unto the brook of Eshcol, and cut down from thence a branch with one cluster of grapes, and they bare it between two upon a staff, and they brought up the pomegranates and of the figs. So they brought back fruit and fruits of the land, and they were plenteous. It was great that they had to even hold a cluster of grapes and pomegranates between two men, right? It says, and they returned from searching the land after 40 days, and they went and came to Moses and to Aaron and to all the congregation of the children of Israel unto the wilderness of Paran to Kadesh, and brought back word unto them and unto all the congregation, and showed them the fruit of the land. And when they told him and said, we came unto the land whither thou sendest us, and surely it floweth milk and honey, and this is the fruit of it. Nevertheless, the people be strong that dwell in the land, and the cities are walled and very great. And moreover, we saw the children of Anak there. The Amalekites dwelt in the land of the south, and the Hittites and the Jebusites and the Amorites dwell in the mountains, and the Canaanites dwell by the sea and by the coast of Jordan. And Caleb stilled the people before Moses and said, let us go up at once and possess it, for we are well able to overcome it. But the men that went up with him said, we be not able to go against the people, for they are stronger than we. And they brought up an evil report of the land which they had searched unto the children of Israel, saying, the land through which we have gone to search, it is a land that eateth up the inhabitants thereof, and the people that we saw in it are men of great stature. And there we saw the giants, the sons of Anak, which come of the giants. and we are in our sight as grasshoppers, and so we are in their sight. So this caused the people to not want to go.
Right, because they got discouraged.
Discourage them, because that's like if we say, hey, we're going to go to this area over here, and then you and Zakar, y'all go check out the spot where we're going to go teach. And then we know that the Most High is with us. But y'all go out there and y'all like, yo, it's mad people out there. We can go out there and teach, it'll be much fruit. But it's a whole bunch of, you know, not even shack. It's a whole bunch of KKK guys out there, right? And man, them some big dudes, man. We can't go out there with all them KKK members out there. They're gonna eat us up. That city is a lot of people there. It's good, but man, it'll tear you up. We ain't gonna survive out there. So now everybody else is like, word? Yeah, it's crazy. You don't want to go out there. So now Caleb, who was with him, is like, yeah, we got this. We good. Nah, we don't. So it's not so much that they didn't want to go over. It's a discouraging spirit that they would put upon the rest of the brothers by not wanting to go over.
Right.
Because now if you got the tribes and a portion of them stay back, that's going to cause the other portion to say, man, we ain't got enough people to go fight against these Hamites. Because they stand here. Well, I want to stay here too. The land look good to me too. Right? So that's kind of what the Most High is referencing of what happened back there, of them not wanting to cross over Jordan. Right? Exactly. Yeah. So that's why they said they brought back evil report, because on one hand, they brought back the fruit of the land.
Right.
But the evil report was when they were saying that, oh, these guys are so much bigger and men of great stature and they're going to eat us up and do all of that. Those was lies to discourage the people, because they were afraid to discourage everybody else from going. Right.
So they had did they know they had the Most High with them?
Con.
What they were doing?
But sometimes you have it. I mean, Satan's always been around. Satan can cause people to, you know, say things or do things, or tempt them to say things or do things that's not supposed to be done. Right. So we know that the Most High is with us, even when we conquered nations. Then sooner or later, what happened? We fell unto the same nations, and the Most High allowed them to come take us over. Right. So, yeah.
What that comes to believe it?
Not believe it.
Mm-hmm. Fear. That's why last week when we read, that's what we read in Luke. And was it Luke? Yeah, Luke. When the Most High said, "Don't fear man that can kill a body, but fear the power that can kill body and spirit." Right? We fear what's in front of us and not what we don't see. Remember, that was King Saul's downfall, because the Most High told him to go out and do certain things, and he didn't do it. And the Lord sent Samuel to check him. And he flat out said, I sinned before the Most High. I feared the people instead of fearing the Most High.
Right.
He feared man. And man told him to do certain things that he wasn't supposed to do.
Right.
And because they was in front of him, he was like, oh, I'm afraid of them. He couldn't see the Most High about to come down his behind, and that happened. So temptations, you know, it's like, you know, your wife or your children or your best friend or whatever, right? That may come to you and say, hey, I want you to do such and such, and you fall victim to it, right? The Most High don't want you to do that, but you fall victim to it. So then what happens? Now you've just chosen that over the Lord. And then you say, well, don't they know that the Most High is? Yeah, they know that the Most High is there. But in that moment, that decision making, you ain't make the right choice. Right.
Like the Deuteronomy 28:8. Deuteronomy what? 28:8. And the officer shall speak further unto the people, and they shall say, what man is there that is fearful and faint-hearted? Let him go and return unto his house, lest his brethren's heart faint as well as his heart. 28:8, right? Yeah, so with the fearful, you don't want a fearful spirit, because everybody's gonna get fearful too.
Right.
You went, how far you been up?
To the 16 to the end, to 33.
Doing it, brother.
All right, so now we're back in Numbers 32. We have verse 11. It says, surely none of the men that came up out of Egypt from 20 years old and upward shall see the land which I swear unto Abraham, unto Isaac, and to Jacob, because they have not wholly followed me. Save Caleb, the son of Jephunneh the Kenizzite, and Joshua, the son of Nun, for they have wholly followed the Lord. Right? Meaning they kept the Most High's word. You can write down Numbers 14. 14 and 26. 14, 26 and to 32. Numbers 14, 26 to 32. So he's saying that here, but the Most High had already said this, right? So this is Numbers 14 and 26. It says, and Yahweh spake unto Moshe and unto Aharon, or the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron, saying, how long shall I bear with this evil congregation which murmur against me? I have heard the murmurings of the children of Israel, which they murmur against me. Say unto them, as truly as I live, saith the Lord, as ye have spoken in mine ears, so will I do to you. Your carcasses shall fall in this wilderness, and all that were numbered of you, according to your whole number, from 20 years old and upward, which have murmured against me. Doubtless ye shall not come into the land, concerning which I swear to make you dwell therein, save Caleb the son of Jephunneh and Joshua the son of Nun. But your little ones, which ye said should be a prey, them will I bring in, and they shall know the land which ye have despised. But as for you, your carcasses, they shall fall in this wilderness. Yep.
Even sending the people who spied the land was their own decision. They should have just followed the Most High, what the Most High said straight up, without having to go to send people to spy out the land.
Did what he said.
Right. So they went and spy out the land. And that wasn't the Most High. The Most High said, go to the land, and that's it. I already give it to you. Like,
right.
They didn't believe the Most High.
Right, but that's why he sent the spy.
They doubt. Yeah, they doubt the Most High, so they send the spy.
And that's why I got the negative report.
Mm-hmm. So no, back in Numbers 32, and we at 13. It says, and the Lord's anger was kindled against Israel, and he made them wander in the wilderness 40 years, until all the generation that had done evil in the sight of the Lord was consumed. So that 40 years of wandering in the wilderness was the time it took to consume or have all of the generation from 20 years old and upward that came out of Egypt by Moses die in the wilderness. And all that was left was Caleb, Joshua, and the children that came from those men 20 years old and upward.
And only two made it did was Caleb and Joshua, right?
That's what I just said. Be quiet.
Yeah, I got a scripture. There's a lot of people. Psalm 118 and verse 8.
Psalms 118 and verse 8.
Psalm 118 and verse 8. Read. All right. Psalm 118 and verse 8. It is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in men. So sending out the people to spy out the land is to have confidence in the report that they bring out, as opposed to just trust the Most High and go.
And in another verse above that or below that, it's just like that.
It is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in princes.
That's right. You did the princes and the thing underneath that what he just read. Put confidence in God.
Right.
And put it in man.
Right.
Right. Verse 10 says, all nations compass me about, in the name of the Lord will destroy them.
Will I destroy them?
Will I destroy them? Right.
All
nations.
about your way.
Yeah.
Come on, man, we read the Bible, man. I've never seen it like this. For real, I'm telling you, just being bad. So you what?
All right, so let's go back. We at verse 14 now.
Numbers
32:14.
32:14.
It says, and behold, ye are risen up in your father's steam, and you're following right after the same patterns, an increase of sinful men to augment yet the fierce anger of the Lord towards Israel. For if ye turn away from after him, he will yet again leave them in the wilderness and shall destroy all this people. Right? So now you coming with that same spirit to disobey the Most High, not trusting him to go and do his will, right? So now this is being laid upon them. So let's see what their answer is going to be, or their retort. Verse 16, and they came near unto him and said, we will build sheepfolds here for our cattle and cities for our little ones. Verse 17, but we ourselves will go ready armed before the children of Israel until we have brought them unto their place. And our little ones shall dwell in the fenced cities because of the inhabitants of the land. We will not return unto our houses until the children of Israel have inherited every man his inheritance, right? So they're like, look, we're going to establish what we got here, right? We're going to build our sheepfolds for the cattle. We're going to put the fenced cities and let our young ones stay, but we're going to go over with the rest of the nation. And we're not going to come back until everybody has found out their own lot or land beyond Jordan, right? So that's what they're pledging now. They just say, hey, we want to still keep this land, set it up, but all the men of war, we're going ready, armed. We're going to fight. We're going to be there with y'all or the rest of the tribes. And we ain't coming back until everything's done.
Well, when both sides got killed, they got killed.
Uh-huh.
The rest of the tribe was ready to go.
Wait, say it again.
He made the pledge, and they had followed him in the 40 years in the wilderness. And when he was Joshua, Caleb left. The rest of the tribe that's ready to follow the works after one to that, the other one.
Right. The generation, the only generation that's going to come into the land, that's going to see the land, is the young ones. So these are the young ones, right? Caleb and Joshua are the only ones that survived out of that. Right. So now they're going into the land. Remember, the Lord said the only people who was going into the land was the generation after those that came out of Egypt.
The other ones, they had died. Right.
So that's why he's referencing verse 14. Back in verse 14, it says, and behold, you are risen up in your father's steed, an increase of sinful men. You are now coming with that same spirit, same as your fathers, right? I got to check that, right? Because I'm gonna be mad and start dealing with y'all the same way I dealt with them.
Right.
So then these generations said, hold on, Moses, let the Most High know we coming. We just want to shut up shop.
These are the young ones.
This is that generation. We just want to shut up shop for our children and our families, but we coming to fight, right? Okay. We just want to have this land, right?
Trying to touch you.
Yes, exactly. Right? They trying to take the first of what they see as the good portion of the land. Verse 18, it says, we will not return unto our houses until the children of Israel have inherited every man his inheritance. For we will not inherit with them on yonder side Jordan, or forward, because our inheritance is fallen to us on this side, Jordan eastward, right? So we're not going to get nothing over here. If you look at the thing, we ain't getting nothing over here. So that's why Gad and Reuben ain't over here, right? We don't want none of that. We want over here. We're going to go across, but we ain't going to inherit, right? So verse 20 says, and Moses said unto them, if you will do this thing, if you will go armed before the Lord to war, and will go all of you armed over Jordan before the Lord until he have driven out his enemies before him, and the land be subdued before the Lord, then afterward ye shall return and be guiltless before the Lord and before Israel. And this land shall be your possession before the Lord. So that's what he said, like he said, cutting the deal. So that's the agreement. You can come back, you can take this land. Everything is accomplished, everything is dealt with, and the Most High won't hold nothing against you.
And Moses is in a tough spot He's trying to do the will of the Most High and also sympathize with them also on the same token. Like he's playing the middleman.
Right.
Instead of saying, you know what, the Most High says this, I don't care what you're saying, we're gonna move forward and that's what we're gonna do.
Right.
So he actually accepts the deal that they give him.
Right. Exactly. So this is how they now get that piece of land. That area for Reuben and Gilead for Gad. Right. So now verse 23. But if you will not do so, behold, ye have sinned against the Lord, and be sure your sin will find you out. Right. So if you agree to stay and build up the cities and get the cattle, sheep, all that structured up, but if y'all don't leave, if y'all don't come, yeah, don't think that the Most High sin ain't gonna be held over your heads. Verse 24. Build you cities for your little ones, and folds for your sheep, and do that which hath proceeded out of your mouth. Right? So go ahead, Godspeed, go ahead and do that. Set it up, right? And the children of Gad and the children of Reuben spake unto Moses, saying, thy servants will do as my Lord commanded. Our little ones, our wives, our flocks, and all our cattle shall be there in the cities of Gilead. But thy servants will pass over, every man armed for war before the Lord to battle, as my Lord saith. Right? So they're agreeing. They're just kind of reconfirming. Yeah, they was given our ability to go and set up shop, and then build the stuff, the sanctuaries and stuff for their cattle, and then move forward. Give me 1 second. Let me check something here. Go to Numbers. Numbers 1. Numbers 1. Let's see where I want to start here. (18). Numbers 1 and 18, right? Because if you read it as is, right? What we're reading here in Numbers 32, initially it says that we were going to set up the land for the cattle. Then it said for the little ones, right? So if you just read it as is, you're thinking, all right, they're going to build the cities and just leave the children behind, right? Because that's all it says for my little ones. Then as we read further down, then it says our little ones, our wives, our flocks, and all our cattle. So now the wives is going to stay back, right? The wives ain't coming. The wives is going to stay back with the cattle and the little kids, right? And the children. So now you're thinking it's just a whole bunch of women and children that stand back. Right. Now go to Numbers 1 and 18. So now Numbers 1:18, it says, and they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward by their polls, right? So now the age that we're dealing with is 20 years old and upward. So this is now what we're dealing with. And as we read on, verse 20, and the children of Reuben, Israel's eldest son, by the generations after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, by their polls, every male from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war, right? So now you are physically fit, 20, 24, 32, 35. You ain't going to war. You stand back. You ready to go to war.
Right.
Yeah, all of those men is stand back within the city with the wives and the little ones and everybody else.
Right.
You 24, but you ain't able to go to war. You ain't in the condition to go to war. Something may have happened to you. You might have had an illness, your leg broke, whatever. You ain't going to war because it says all that were able to go to war, right? Remember, there's other stipulations where the Most High said, if you just married somebody within that year, you ain't going to war, right? Because you need to stay within that year to have time and deal with your wife and you build a family. Right. You just got land on a house or something. You ain't going to war because you need a time to build that up. Right. So all that are able is dealing with the other precepts that determine who is now, according to the law, able to freely go without no restrictions, right? Then you got some who are 20 years old and upward that is fearful. He ain't going to war, right? Because you don't want to go out there to war and this guy's scared to go fight. So what's going to happen? He's going to be like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know if we can take them down. Because, and then what's that's going to do? That's going to cause the next man to doubt. And it becomes infectious within the camp. No. So in the law, it tells you all that are fearful, let their behind stay back, right? So it ain't just little ones and wives that's there. The other precepts tell you that it's men gonna be there in the cities. These are just not able to go to war, right? They're gonna stay back. The fearful ones, those who just married, or those who just acquire certain things that gotta enjoy have those enjoyments of dealing with that stuff. They stay back. There's other precepts to that, but I don't know off the top of my head right now.
The main one is the one that's really able and wants to come.
Con. All right. So now going back to Numbers 32. Verse 20. I'll read 26 again and move on. It says, our little ones, our wives, our flocks, and all our cattle shall be dead in the cities of Gilead. But thy servants will pass over, every man armed for war, before the Lord to battle, as my Lord saith. So concerning them, Moses commanded Eleazar the priest, and Joshua the son of Nun, and the chief fathers of the tribes of the children of Israel. And Moses said unto them, if the children of Gad and the children of Reuben will pass with you over Jordan, every man armed to battle before the Lord, and the land shall be subdued before you. Then you shall give them the land of Gilead for a possession, right? So now Moses is giving this information and passing on to Eleazar to allow this to be sanctioned. But if they will not pass over you with you armed, they shall have possessions among you in the land of Canaan, right? So if they're not going to go, they're not having no possession here. That's what they want. They want to have their inheritance here. But if they don't go, they're going to have it over there. They can't have it here, right? It says, and the children of Gad and the children of Reuben answered, saying, as the Lord have said unto thy servants, so will we do. So that's the agreement. Right. We will pass over armed before the Lord into the land of Canaan, that the possession of our inheritance on this side Jordan may be ours. And this may in my Bible is stressed, right? Because everything has to be fulfilled before it's done, right? The stipulations is that Israel, everything that Israel needs to do, the rest of the tribes, they got to have their inheritance, everyone straight before they come back over.
Everything got to be right.
Everything got to be right. If they come back over beforehand, or if they don't go over, the deal is broken. They don't get no land over there. Right. 33. And Moses gave unto them, even to the children of Gad and to the children of Reuben, and unto the tribe of Manasseh, the son of Joseph, the kingdom of Sihon, king of the Amorites, and the kingdom of Og, king of Bashan, the land with the cities thereof in the coast, even the cities of the country round about. So now we was just talking about Gad and Reuben. Right. Now we get the half tribe of Manasseh, right? They now also are a part of this deal where they stay on this side of Jordan. So now we was over here. Let me share this back out. So now we was over here talking about Reuben and Gad, but then you come up on the east side of Jordan, you have all of this land over here that's been given to Manasseh. That almost is like double what Gad and Reuben had, right? They have all of this land, all on the sea coast. That we just read the sea coast. Here's the Sea of Galilee and all that going on here to the Jordan. All that was given to those 2.5 tribes, right? And again, you see here, again, Reuben and Gad, yep. And then you see all of this given here to half the tribe of Manasseh.
East Manasseh, West Manasseh.
Right. And then you see on the other side what Manasseh is given on the other side. So if anybody just looked at the allotment, they'd be like, no, Manasseh came out like a fact, not like that. Yeah, but if you look at Judah, they kind of got a big area. But when you combine East Manasseh and West Manasseh, those two over there, yeah, that's a lot of between the tribe itself. Yeah.
Lebanon is small.
But we get to see though. We got to see on our side.
Yeah.
On either side, the Dead Sea and the Mediterranean.
Yeah.
Small.
All right. So now back.
Like it says, Gilead is mine. Like Psalm 108, it says, Gilead is mine. Manasseh is mine.
Mm-hmm. So what verse left out from 33, right? So verse 34 now. It says, and the children of Gad built Dibon and Ataroth and Aroer, and Atroth and Shophan and Jazer and Jogbahah and Beth Nimrah and Beth Haran, fenced cities and folds for sheep. And the children of Reuben built Heshbon and Eliela and Kurt Jaim and Nebo and Baal Lemeon, their names being changed, and Shibmah, and gave other names unto the cities which they builded. And the children of Manasseh, so like the children of Machir, the son of Manasseh, went to Gilead and took it and disposed the Amorite which was in it. And verse that was 39 and 40. Right. So when you look at it on other maps, I have to get another one. But over here is in this area here, this is where like Gilead is, right? And he himself, that Manassite, he went and dwelt in that land, right? Because of what he did in disposing of the Amorites. It says, verse 41, and Jair, the son of Manasseh, went and took the small towns thereof and called them Havoth Jair, right? And when you read on my thing here, is that the towns of Jair. So that Havoth Jair just means towns of Jair, right? So all those small towns was named after himself. Verse 42, and Nabal or Nobah went and took Kenath and the villages thereof and called it Nobah after his own name. Right. Right. Because what they did was they went and saw the land and realized that it was good land. You still had inhabitants in the land. You still had the Hamites that was there. So it wasn't that it was just an empty land. that they say, oh, ain't nobody here. It's an uninhabited. We want it. No, they looked at it and said, this is good land. I want it. And then after it was agreed upon that they could have that for an inheritance, they still had to go and fight and take that land and get the inhabitants of the land, the Hamites, they're out, and then take it. And then it's in their name. So now when names was before, they changed it to what they wanted it to be, whether it was their names themselves or a name of circumstance. Yeah. For quiet.
It's kind of like in their spirit, God and Luther. They have an eye out for the spot.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they ended up here.
Yep. Yeah.
They have an eye out for the spot.
Yeah, Gad was enlarged when you read into the scriptures about the lot that he would be in the last days.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the whole region of North America, between them and Reuben over here, right? Gad and Reuben over here, they got a big land, part of the land. Yeah. 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 Mm-hmm.
They like big spot, big land.
Yeah.
I'm saying, you know, that all that spit, Gad was running up and down in the horses and stuff like that. You know, Reuben or Esau just divided stuff.
Yeah. Con. All right. So that concludes today's Sabbath service lesson in Numbers 31 and 32. Next week, I think we back in Luke. Yeah, Luke. Let me get the chapters.
Hey, when you read Numbers 1 to 18,
Yeah.
how far did you go?
I stopped at, I went Numbers 1, 18. I went to 18, and then I jumped from 18, and then went to verse 22. So I read Numbers 1, 18, and then verse 22.
Okay. Also, you can write down Joshua 22, verse 10 to 34. It tells you the outcome of the whole deal. I went out. I went out. Joshua 22, verse 10 to 34. If you read that, it gives you an idea after they picked that land, what transpired from that, from that went on. So they did the deal that they made a good deal, because when they were fighting, even after they conquered the enemy, they still kept on fighting until they made sure that Israel was straight, exactly how they said they were going to do it. So they didn't really, looking out just for themselves. They looking out for all Israel, just as they did.
So next week is what?
Luke. I think 14, 15. Let me just confirm it.
And this explains why when they came here, they are accustomed to making deals, so they start making deal with Esau, but Esau wasn't going to honor the deal. But they were bound to keep whatever they signed, whatever agreement they make, they wanted to keep. Because it's in their nature, and because they've been doing that, they're used to it.
Con, Luke 14, 15. Luke 14, 15. So now also keep in mind that in 2 weeks, we're keeping the Pentecost sundown on the 6th. The 6th. Yeah. So it's on, I think it's still on the Holy Day calendar that went out.
July 6th. Right?
July 6th. The 8th is on a Monday. So Pentecost is always on a Saturday night. It's always after the day after the Sabbath. Pentecost, 50th. So, I'm trying to have it over there. But everybody keep in mind, Deuteronomy 16 of bringing your high holy day offerings. This is one of the four main high holy days. 3 as it's written in Deuteronomy 16, and then we know it was copied for the feast of the first fruits. So offerings for the main high holy days, Passover is 200, and all the rest are 100. Right, never changed since the 90s for us.
You went to inflation.
Even in inflation, we didn't inflate it. Like some have. They up to $1,000 and all kind of stuff.
I adjusted.
Yeah. So again, July 6th sundown is the Pentecost that we're going to have that's coming up. And I think for the new moon, I think the new moon is that 1st of July. Yeah, the new moon is Monday night, July 1st, sundown. Then the end of the week is the Pentecost.
July 6th, right?
July 6th. All right. So that concludes the Sabbath service for today. Give all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High and our Lord and Savior, Yahweh Shah, Jesus Christ. Most High as well. Everybody was able to operate and flex in the spirit today to receive his word. If you have any questions about anything that was not being able to be brought out, if you're on the teleconference line or live stream, please make sure you write it down, bring it up during the classes next week, and then we'll address those. So Most High as well, everybody has a beautiful Sabbath, remain in Sabbath, and Tawab or good upcoming week. Stay strong, stay vigilant, stay in the spirit. Most High as well, we'll see or hear from each other until next Sabbath service. With that, we say Shalom. Everybody stay tuned for the closing prayers. All right? Shalom. Nathan. What? Barakatha Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shah, Asherah, Nathalanawa, Par Yahagapin, Thawada Amun, La Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shah, Ath Yasha Allah. I might upon you at Jerusalem, stand and face Jerusalem. Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Baba Kushai, Shemai, Lanawa, Aitha, Yum Yun, Aitha, Shalak, Maika Allah, Waha Allahayim, Tazwadakim, La, Shemo Ayel, Barat, Rapah, Magun, Wahakaziyat, Bunya, Yasha Allah, Washalat, Lanawa, Rabium, Kakama, Rabium, Da'ith, Rabium, Bayana, Rabium, Sabalanwa, Rabium, Amawan, Rabium, Aqua, Rabium, Ahabium, Rabium, Hagana, Rakhanaya, Wasalat, Ko, Kata Ayamnawa, Laha Akim, Wa Akiwa, Wayasha Allah, Thumb Yad, Waiwalam, Bahasham, Hawashai, So Wada, Aman. English translation. Most High, in the name of Christ, pleasing to us now, right now. Send Michael and the righteous powers of angels to watch over, bless, heal, protect, and make strong the children of Israel. And send to us much wisdom, much knowledge, much understanding, much patience, much faith, much brotherhood, much love, much spiritual protection, and forgive all our sins for the brothers and sisters in Israel, always and forever. In the name of the Most High, thank you, so be it. Salat. In the name of Yahushua, thank you, so be it. Four corners prayer. Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Bahasham,
Bahasham,
Yahweh Shai,
Yahushua,
Barak Nawa,
Rakanawa,
Wayasha Allah,
Masha'al,
Wabat Yasapayim,
Wabakanawa,
Shema, Yasharella,
Yasharella,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Allah Hayanawa, Yahweh, Echad. English translation. Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai, or the Most High in the name of Christ, bless us and Israel in the house of books or schools. And Deuteronomy 6:4, Hear, O Israel, the Lord our power is one power. Again, we say Shalom, or peace to all Israel, and a Shah Shabbat, happy Sabbath.
Shalom.
Shalom.